What is up, Pisces? How are you guys doing, man? Guess what time it is? It's actually my favorite time of the month. Time for the mid-month messages. Mid-month messages. So here on my channel, when I do mid-month messages, what it is that I am looking for is details, situations, or scenarios that, for whatever reason, were left out of the main monthly reading. Or wait a minute. I screwed up. No, that's not the mid-month. Scratch that. That's the bonus. The mid-month messages is when I look to see if there was a change of timelines. That's right. Sorry, I'm getting screwed up. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. Change of timelines. That's what we're looking for here in the mid-month. So the reason why I'm looking to see if there's a change of timelines is because I give advice in my readings. And if you take the advice and you actually apply it, that could potentially change your timelines. So that's what we're going to look at here today. So you know what to do if you'd like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. Check down in the description of this video, and that's where you'll find everything you need to know. Also, for those of you who missed the memo, for a very temporary period of time, from May 16th to May 19th, I'm going to be having it open to where I offer actual coaching calls. So that's only going to be open for 3 days right now. I might open it back up a little bit later on down the line, but I got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes right now. So coaching calls. Of course, you can get a one-on-one Zoom call tarot reading if you want, but I'm also doing coaching, just coaching, with no tarot, no nothing. Because people have been asking me about that for fucking months now. So I finally went ahead and opened that up. But for right now, it's only going to be open from May 16th through May 19th. So if you go on my website, tarotwithrich.com, you'll find all the information you need on how to go about doing that. All right, let's jump into this. I'm starting the mid-months off with the current relationship. Current relationship. So if you're not experiencing any issues or problems in your current relationship, this is not for you. As soon as I get a deck that'll talk to me. Here we go. Okay, cool. All right, have timelines changed between Pisces and the current person? Have timelines changed? Okay, Two of Cups. So, spoiler alert, the two of you are not separating. So, if you're watching this, wondering whether or not this is coming to an end, it doesn't look like it anytime soon. But the Ace of Wands is reversed too. So it kind of feels like you all are like stuck, stagnant. Excuse me. Stuck and stagnant. Not really making a whole lot of forward movement. Y'all are just basically stuck repeating a cycle. So you're stagnant, plateaued. Wherever the two of you stand right now in this relationship, it's kind of stuck. There's not a lot of growth. There's not a lot of evolution. Y'all are just kind of stuck, stagnant in one spot. Two of Wands, Ten of Cups reversed, Two of Cups. So I'm thinking this relationship coming to an end is something that's being taken into consideration here. One of you is pondering that. I'm honestly feeling like you're very scared, very afraid to leap out into the unknown. You know, not 100% sure, so the Tower card is reversed. An ending is being prevented. Basically, it just feels like fear of the unknown. Both of you were just kind of pondering what you want to do with this situation. But like I said, it's not coming to an end. Just stuck, stagnant. It kind of feels like y'all are mirroring each other a little bit too. Because whenever we get a king and a queen come out like this, see how that came out right there? It's like y'all are mirroring each other. And sometimes mirroring can be useful. But if we're trying to grow and evolve together, mirroring is not, that's not a healthy energetic phenomenon at all. Not if we're trying to grow and evolve. Let's see how the current person feels about you. How's the current person feeling about Pisces? What's their energy look like? What are their intentions? Let's see. Four of Pentacles reverse. And the Death card reverse, so they don't want this to come to an end necessarily. But Nine of Swords again. They don't really want it to come to an end, but I think it's more... Okay, so I don't have any cups here on the table. I don't have any. So that would kind of indicate to me that I don't think this person has a really, really heavy emotional love connection with you. It just kind of feels like no matter how toxic this situation may be for some of you, maybe it's just their comfort zone. And that's the only reason why they're so afraid to leap out into the unknown. This is their comfort zone. They don't know what they would do if this came to an end. I mean, Five of Wands, they do feel like this is nothing but a bunch of drama. But at the same time, you know, they're scared of abandonment. They're scared to death of abandonment. So they don't want this to end, but at the same time, they don't really know if they want to be with you. They don't know. This person's a mess. This person is a mess. Let's get the advice on this, man. Let's get the advice. Should you stay or should you go? Dun, 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 dun. What's the advice? So, Two of Swords. So it's saying don't make a decision right now. Which you're not doing that anyway, so. Okay, Knight of Wands reversed. Yeah, take this kind of slow. Don't make a solid decision just yet. Yeah, no, I do think this situation could be saved if you really want to save it. I don't know. I'm thinking that right now, this is so weird. It's not really giving me a lot of really heavy, in-depth reasoning behind why. It's saying, don't walk away. Don't move on from this. Two of Cups, stay connected with this person. And don't make a solid decision right now. That's what it's saying. But it's not really telling me why. So that would kind of indicate to me that maybe you all are just going through possibly something very heavy energetically. You know, the energies here lately, especially with the damn solar fucking storms that have been happening. The energy on the planet is so insane right now that lots of people are really out of sorts and feeling weird and whatnot. Or maybe you all are just, you know, going over a few bumps and whatnot in your path together. But I'm thinking that this is one of those types of situations that's going to test your all's strength. A perfect relationship is not a relationship with no problems or no challenges. A good, healthy, successful relationship is where two people can come together and work through their challenges and their obstacles together as a team. So the two of you experience a challenge together, you work through it together, and you become stronger than you were before. Rather than, you know, there's a lot of relationships out there that whenever a problem happens, it's like a crack in the windshield, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And every challenge and every problem you all experience together weakens the connection. This is one of those types of situations, I think, that if the two of you can work through this together, it'll make you stronger than before. But right now, I don't know if I would make a solid decision on that just yet. I would give it a couple of months so that you all can hopefully try to work through this. Of course, it would also depend on how long you've been going through this, too. But for the majority of you that need to hear that message, if you're feeling kind of stuck and stagnant and scared because you don't know what decision to make, you're fine where you are. You don't need to make a solid decision right now. It's not necessarily going to just like work itself out, but I think that in the coming weeks, the energy will lighten up a little bit and it'll make it easier for you to kind of understand what work needs to be done to work through this. Does that make sense? All right. Now let's take a look at the singles and your love interest, person you're interested in. Person Pisces is interested in. Let's see. How's it looking? How's it looking? Person Pisces is interested in. Boom. Two of Swords. So you're up in your head overthinking this. Overthinking the hell out of it. Some of you may even be questioning whether or not you're just making this connection up in your head. So, okay. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is weird. So I could see why you're driving yourself nuts about this. I could see that. Because it's like this person wants to come forward with a love offer. They want to, and you know they want to, but for some reason it's not telling me why right now. They're holding back and they're resisting temptation. For some reason, they're not wanting to come forward and take action. So with the Ace of Cups, Page of Swords reversed, that offer is not being made. For some of you, they may have to choose between you and another person. Because I do have the Ten of Cups right here in the heart of the spread. And if this wasn't in there, I would say that would be the two of you coming together. But this right here and this right here throws a monkey wrench in the whole thing. So you know that they have feelings for you. You know they're interested in you. You know that they see that the two of you could build something phenomenal. But for some reason, it's not telling me why they're holding back and not coming forward. Could be a Scorpio for some of you. I also have Leo, Libra, and Cancer here. Well, let's see their energy. Let's see how they feel about you. How's this person feel about you? What are their true intentions? What's their energy look like? What kind of person are they? Okay, this deck's getting an attitude with me. Put this deck up. How about this one? Let's see what's going on with this person. Why are they holding back? King of Pentacles reversed. Could be an earth sign for some of you. The King of Pentacles in the reverse is kind of just like an irresponsible, fucking unreliable, hot mess who has his priorities all fucked up and doesn't know what in the hell he's doing in life. So Six of Swords, Lover's card reversed. Okay. Well, this person could be going through some financial issues too, for some of you. And I mean, good God, for the last year, who hasn't, you know? But I think this person is really, really tripped up about their career and finances. Because a lot of that energy is coming through here. And maybe for some of you, I don't know, unless you know this person's financial status for sure, maybe they're not doing as well financially as you may think that they are, and they may be a little bit embarrassed by that for some of you. Ten of Pentacles reversed. Or even if they are blessed financially for some of you, you would be surprised how many people are very, very financially blessed who sit around and spend all of their time worrying about everything going wrong. You'd be surprised how many millionaires are out there who, if one thing was to go wrong, within 2 to 3 months, they would lose everything. And they sit around and worry and trip about that and freak out all the time. And you may be thinking, what are you worried about? You got millions coming in. Oh, no, they don't. Well, they got millions coming in, but they got millions going out, right? So I know that's not all of you, but some of you may be dealing with somebody that when you just kind of look at them and observe them, it appears as though they may be living a very blessed life where they have a lot of money and a lot of things and whatnot. But a lot of people in that position aren't really enjoying their lives. They live in fear, So, but either way, regardless, whether you're interested in somebody that's financially blessed or not, I think that financial troubles and fear and whatnot is probably what swallows up the majority of this person's attention. And it does kind of get in the way of them being able to feel a really strong connection with you. Now, see, 8 of Pentacles reversed. This person's very materialistic, and they're worried mostly about their career and finances. And I think they put that above everything else. I don't really see bad intentions, though. So if you're wondering whether or not this person is intentionally stringing you along, breadcrumbing you, bullshitting you, blowing smoke up your ass, not that I'm seeing here. I wouldn't say this person has bad intentions. I don't think so. Well, let's grab the advice on this then, because we got the outcome in the first spread. What's the advice? Hangman. Oh. Oh, man. Well, I tell you what. The two of you absolutely do have a soul contract. You do. But just because you have a soul contract, that does not guarantee that the two of you are going to carry it out. And if you do carry it out, it doesn't guarantee that the two of you are going to complete it successfully. But the two of you absolutely do have a soul contract. I think probably the best thing you could do with a person like this in this kind of situation is somehow let them know that you're not judging them. Let them know, hey, you know what? If you're struggling financially, that's cool. We can fix that later. You're having little financial issues, whatever, that's cool. We can fix that together as a team, Whatever your financial status is right now, that's not necessarily, that's not what you're doomed with for the rest of your life, unless you just don't fucking do anything about it. Then, but, we can fix that as a team. We can come together as a team and fucking start a business or whatever the case may be. We can work through that shit. I'm not worried about that right now, But, the person I think needs to know somehow that you're not judging them. And unfortunately, there's only a little bit that you can do. There's only so much that you can do. The rest of it is all up to them. For them to get over this and stop losing sleep and stop worrying about the way they're perceived. But, some people out there are so concerned about the opinions of others that it doesn't matter what you do. They have a certain image they want to live up to, and they won't be happy until they do. But that's about the only thing that you could do with this situation, to be honest with you. Not much more than that. All right, let's look at the person from the past. Let's see if timelines have changed between you and the person from the past. Do we have a change of timelines between Pisces and the person from the past? Hierophant reversed. I don't know who needs to hear this one, but I know there's some of you out there who are sitting around wondering whether or not this person learned their lesson. The Hierophant reversed would mean no, they did not. If you're wondering whether or not they regret what they did to you, The Hierophant reversed would indicate that no, they do not. Now, if we see the Eight of Swords, well, hang on, let's just see what comes out. Three of Pentacles reversed, King of Cups reversed, Seven of Swords. Oh, man. Well, I tell you what. Hang on. And I'm really picky and choosy about when I say this, but some of you could have dealt with somebody very narcissistic in the past. I try to be very careful how I use that word, you know. But it does look like you dealt with somebody pretty narcissistic in the past. And not only did they not learn their lesson, not only do they not regret what they did, but this person doesn't even believe that they did anything wrong. They don't even see an issue with their own actions. King of Cups reversed, Seven of Swords. This person here doesn't see an issue with their own actions. So if they don't even believe they were in the wrong, not a lot of hope there. They do keep a very close eye on you, though. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And they're hoping that you're keeping an eye on them. I do think that a lot of what they do is aimed and directed at you, hoping that you're watching them. So you could say that this person does put forth some effort to put on a show for you. You could say that, absolutely. Let's dig their energy and intentions up a little bit deeper, see if it goes any deeper than that. I don't have a lot of hope for that because most people with that kind of energy aren't very deep. They're just not really a whole lot to them, you know. But we'll see. Let's see if we can dig a little deeper. What's this person's energy look like at the deepest level? What are their deepest feelings for you? Let's see. Emperor. Now, again, very, very concerned about your perception of them. Hang on. Out trying desperately to find somebody new. Told you, I knew that Eight of Swords was going to come up. I knew it. I knew it. See, let's little crash course, okay, with the Eight of Swords. It kind of looks like a daunting card a little bit, but the thing about the Eight of Swords is this lady here in this card is not bound against her will. I know it kind of looks like it, but she's not. She's very loosely bound. She bound herself. This lady bound herself, and she blindfolded herself because the swords that surround her represent truths and facts that she doesn't want to see. So this person is ignoring the truth about the situation. They don't even want to see the truth about the situation. So, Knight of Swords reversed. See, this person's playing the victim. Playing the victim, man. I'm going to tell you what. There's not really a whole lot of hope when somebody's playing the victim. When you got somebody who clearly fucked you over, and they actually put forth a concerted effort to twist things and put it on you and play the victim like you're the bad guy, there's not really a whole lot you can do with that. Matter of fact, I would say, personally, I don't think there's anything you can do with that kind of person or with that kind of situation. Because it turns into nothing but pure chaos. The only thing you can do when you're dealing with a person like that is remove yourself from it. That's all you can do. You can't bargain with that kind of person. You can't reason with them. you can't bring logic and facts to the table, it's useless. It's completely useless. But no, they have not moved on from this situation. No, they have not. But they're still playing the victim, and they're still telling everybody that it was your fault. Oh yeah, even if they cheated on you. Oh, even if they cheated on you. It was your fault, Pisces. You made them cheat on you. I know that may sound far-fetched, but believe me, I've heard it with my own ears. I have heard people who actually went out and cheated, and not only did they blame the person they cheated on, but they manipulated that person into apologizing for making them cheat. There's some sick fucking people out there, dude. But anyway, yeah. Not a lot you can do with this kind of person, with this kind of situation. All right, let's see. Let's get the advice on this. Well, first, now, scratch that. First, let's see if there's going to be any actions taken. Let's see if there's going to be any actions. Is this person taking action towards you? Queen of Swords? Nah, they're just pretending they don't care. Pretending they don't care. Page of Cups reverse. Nah, I didn't think so. Okay. All right. Well, now let's get the advice then. Let's get the advice. Let's see. 9 of Wands reversed. Judgment. Oh, you know what? I haven't given this advice in a while. Okay. And again, how long ago the two of you separated will play a big role in this. But by and large, the only thing you can do in a situation like this where you're dealing with this kind of person, you know what the best revenge is? Success. That's the best revenge. See, when two people part ways, when you have a relationship that was toxic and two people part ways, both people are pointing the finger at each other frequently, right? Person A says that it was all person B's fault. Person B says it was all person A's fault, right? And, you know, as an outsider, you kind of look at it and you're like, well, I wonder who it was then. You know, there's two sides to every story. There's things that happen behind the scenes. There's things that happen behind closed doors. You know, and if you're a genuinely open-minded person, you're going to know that there's probably more than what meets the eye here. So how do you prove it? How do you prove who the toxic one was? What happens after the two of you break up, right? Because if you really want to know who the toxic person was after the two break up, pay attention to where they both go in life when they part ways. The toxic one is going to keep looping around, repeating the same cycle, going through the same shit, bouncing from person to person, right? They're going to keep basically repeating the same cycle. If there was a non-toxic person, right? Because sometimes that happens to both people because they're both toxic. But if you have a non-toxic person, that person's going to move on, do their grieving in private. They're going to heal. They're going to evolve, transform, become a different person, and succeed. And that's what they don't want to see you do. They don't want to see you move on and do better. You know why? Because that makes them look bad. Because if the two of you move on and you do better, then that's the universe shining a big spotlight on everything that they said about you and revealing it as bullshit. Everybody's going to be able to see that it's bullshit. You don't have to tell your side of the story. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to go around trying to tell everybody, no, this is what really happened. This is what really happened. No. Just keep your mouth shut. Step away. Let that person say whatever they want to say. Let people think whatever they want to think. You let time tell the story. And then eventually, as long as you do what you really need to be doing, You're going to be growing, evolving, changing into a totally different person. Eventually, the universe is going to bring you your actual person. You're going to end up happy, whole, fulfilled, and successful. And that idiot is going to end up still at the bottom of the mountain. And everybody's going to be able to see, oh, so you really weren't the toxic one. Then they're going to be looking at that person like, ah, you were full of shit. And time will tell your side of the story. And I'm going to tell you what, if you can be patient, and I know it's hard. None of us like walking around knowing that lies are being spread about us, knowing that people are believing lies about you. None of us like that. I'm not saying it's easy. It's hard. But if you can bite the bullet, stay quiet, and let time tell its story, by the time it becomes revealed and the universe tells your side of the story, the universe is going to tell your side of the story better than you ever could. And it's going to make that person look dumber than you ever could have. Promise you that. Trust the process, trust the universe, and trust that time will eventually end up revealing the truth. All right? All right, man, I feel like those were the messages that my Pisces friends needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. I announced something earlier today, and I announced this at the beginning of the video for those of you just now tuning in. If you catch this video on time, for 3 days, from May 16th to May 19th, I'm going to have coaching calls open and available on my website. Because for months now, I've been getting emails and messages of people asking me, do you do just regular one-on-one coaching? And we've been procrastinating that and putting it off for so long. But we decided to go ahead and open it up for a brief little period of time because I got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes right now. I'm a super, super busy dude. So through May 16th to May 19th, you'll have the opportunity, if you want, to book just a regular coaching call with no tarot cards involved, just regular coaching, whether it's something that you're going through in your relationship or what most people want coaching on is manifestation. But all the information is on my website, tarotwithrich.com, and that is in the description of this video, along with all the other readings and whatnot that I have to offer. So, all right, I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.